No long ago, there was a wee lassie who stayed down the road next to the woods like. Whenever she went out, the wee lassie used to stick on her red jacket so I can't cried her wee rid. Yon morning, wee rid said to her ma, "Here ma, alright if I nip out to pay a visit to see my gran, no seen her in a while, Ken." "Aye, actually, I've got her messages here, so that would be good help if you could, wee rid." So they chucked the messages in that in a wee minted basket thing for wee rid to take down the road to her granny's. Once they got everything sorted, wee rid put on her wee red jacket that everybody kens her for and gave her ma a wee peck on the cheek goodbye. "Mind, stay to your grans, nae fanning about," her ma shouted at her. "And dinna be taking anyone you dinna ken, that forest is full of junkies and that." "It's alright ma, dinna worry your wee heart," says wee rid. "I watch myself, I can handle it." But when wee rid got gone, she ignored what her ma says and decided to take the shortcut through the woods, because it's no as bad as it used to be. Most of the junkies moved out and it could be a braw walking that. Plus she was choking on a fag. Walking through the forest wasn't that bad. In a fag and listening to some tunes, it was magic like. She was getting to the tunes that much that she never noticed some cunt was following her down the road, like it was the boy was marking her at the football son. All of a sudden the cunt appeared next to the lassie. He was a big beast and wolf thing. "Where are you for, darling? Fuck brings you down this neck of the woods?" the boy says, in the kind of voice that when a cunt's at the doctors and they're trying to sound smart and that, but you ken that's no them. "Gone to my gran's, down the road, what's do you like?" says wee rid, trying to shake off the freak. She noticed the time and kent her gran would be wondering where she had got to and would phone her ma, and she couldn't be arsed with the grief her ma would gie her, so she rushed down the lane to where her granny's house was, in the process shoulder barging the cunt, putting him on his arse. The wolf, a wee bit pissed off with the bird with the red jacket, decided to take a shortcut through the gardens. The wolf took sprinted and got to the granny's house first. Out of puff he chapped the letterbox, looking about, making sure nae cunt saw him. "Is that you, hen? Thought you had got lost. I was about to phone your ma. Morning, the door's home. Go bit in the living room. I'll no be long," said her granny, thinking it was wee rid at the door. No believing his luck, Wolf let himself in. Silly old bat didn't even get a sniff in before the cunt scranned her whole wan bit. Braw that," he said, licking his chops sarcastically. When she was total bogging, the wolf let out a beasting burp and had a wee rake through Granny's clays to see if he could see a wee nightie that he could chuck on. If his pals could see the cunt dressed up in an all wifey's clays, his eye was a bit of a weirdo. He stuck on his granny's wee sleeping cap thing, 'cause it made sense to, and stuck on some of the smelly shite for a dressing table. "Chanel, not bad for some, eh?" he said while covering himself in the shite, then poking in it. "Gie to the missus for her birthday." "Shortage, sir," he hauled. A few minutes later, wee rid walked up to the door and gave it a chat, spraying herself so she didn't stinky fags. The wolf shat it 'cause he had went for a kip, putting a wee wifey accent on. He went, "Who's there? Is that you, hen? Morning, I'm up the stair." He got the covers over his head. "And go and bring us up a drink of juice," he added, mouth still tasting like shite. "Nae bother, Gran, I am brew alright like," she said, going ben the kitchen. When Little Red Riding Hood entered the little cottage, she could hardly recognise her grandma. "You alright, Gran? You're sounding awfully gruff like you've been on the pee for a week," she asked, going through to the bedroom. "Oh, I went for a wee drink after the bingo last night, was on the vodka, so I'm hungry like," grumbled the wolf, adding a wheezy smoker's cough to make it seem more real than that. Lucky enough, he was rough as a dog's arse anyway. "Oh, Gran, what bit lugs you?" says wee rid as she brought the juice out to her granny. "Maybe it's some new mad hearing aid or something," she thought. "Oh, the better to hear you, eh, doll," replied the wolf. "But Granny, what big eyes you hae?" says wee rid, edging closer, thinking to herself, "My wee Gran been on the beans? Surely no," she wondered. "Aye, better to see you, eh, my wee hen," replied the wolf, starting to shite it a bit. "But no, seriously, Gran, what big teeth you have too," says wee rid, kinda getting spooked out because her Gran had just got new falsers, so it can't be that. All the better to eat you away, you cunt! Bawled the wolf, laughing. And he jumped at the bed and began to chase the wee lassie. Be cheeky to me, you fucking dick, he shouted and added, YWP, ya boss! Then it clicked. Wee Red realised that it wasn't her gran, but that weirdo wolf for the woods. She needed to lay off the dope like. She kent something wasn't laying right. She total sprinted down the stairs and out to the garden shouting, Help, wolf! The wolf followed her. Come back, you wee bit. Woody, who was chopping logs, could hear some cunt shouting bloody murder and ran up to see what the script was, taking the axe with him, just in case cunts got wide. He saw the wolf and took a run at him with the axe. Boomf! The wolf was cut on and Granny fell out his belly onto the flare. Jesus, suffering, what just happened? Woody saved me for the wolf, says Wee Red out of puff. Oh Granny, total shit a brick there, sobbed Wee Red. I'll not be doing that again. It's alright, doll. You learn for your mistakes, Ken. Lighting up a fag. Thank fuck you shouted loud enough for the laddie Woody to hear you. What you talking about? The wee prick owed me money. He was taking the shite on the tick. I was taking the piss. Fuck all to do with you, said Woody, emotionless, looking at the body of the wolf. Oh, alright then, said Gran, guiding Wee Red away from the scene. This cunt, she's gone down the drain, she mumbled to herself. Woody took the body out to the forest, saying nout to any cunt. Wee Red finally gave her Granny her messages and a hug. You been smoking? Granny raised her voice. No, it was like my pal who I was walking with and that. Little Red bullshitted, thinking the gig was there. Here, her Granny laughed. You can head to his on this. And they all lived happily ever after.
This story was read by Stuart Murray and was written by Elizabeth in 2013. Thanks for listening.